this meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I apologize. Commissioner Holzhausen's prayer.
Lord, we come before you ready to pour out our worries, anxieties, and fears. We ask for blessings of peace and strength, ready to take on the new and others to see our strength. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Horvath?
Here.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Here.
Commissioner Schneider?
Here.
Commissioner Root?
Here.
Commissioner Bartz?
Here.
Commissioner Plowman?
Here.
Commissioner Out?
Present. Well, present, we have a quorum. I'd like to open the public hearing to the 911 plan.
You might
Do I want to wait till 4:05?
Yeah, you have to wait till
Okay.
the posting time.
I'll move to the approval of the minutes.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Any discussion? Any discrepancies found?
Excuse me, I found one from the other day. On yesterday's approval of minutes, it's Tuesday, Mr. Plowman made a motion to reappoint Mr. Sherwood to the VA committee, and it was seconded by Mr. Bartz. But when it was, after the discussion, when it came down to a vote, it was not stated as a recommendation as is for Sherwood. It was a motion to move the decision to Wednesday's meeting.
All right.
So there was a mistake made. It was inadvertent, I'm sure, but there was a lot of discussion that day.
Sure. Good catch. Anything else? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, the same. We'll move to the approval of bills. Commissioner Plowman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to approve the bills as listed. Invoice edit report dated November 16th, 2016, in the amount of $117,693.03. Invoice edit report dated November 21st, 2016, in the amount of $226,956.84. Invoice edit report dated November 30th, 2016, in the amount of $5,663.42. Invoice edit report dated November 30th, 2016, in the amount of $1,177,943.14. Invoice edit report dated December 6th, 2016, in the amount of $535,168.27, and a wire transfer dated November 29th, 2016, in the amount of $23,250, as provided by the clerk's office, and to authorize that warrants be drawn from the treasury for same.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Out?
Yes. And wait 1 minute and open up the public hearing for the 911 plan. It is now 4:05. We will open the public hearing for the 911 plan. If anyone has anything to address in that, please step forward.
my speaker slip here, I just filled it up.
Thank you.
My name is Bob Coward, I live in,
Is this on the 911 plan, sir?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the wind.
Oh, not yet.
I'm sorry.
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Nobody has anything to add, we will close the public hearing on 911. We must wait till 4:10, so we'll move along for the opportunity for the public to address the board. Mr. Collard, I apologize for making you walk all the way back there.
I apologize.
No, my fault.
I'm a little hard of hearing, so. Yeah, I live in the southwest corner of Shiawassee County. I've been a resident of Shiawassee County pretty much all my life. I live on a farm near Langsburg, and I'd just like to ask the commissioners, I'll make it real short. I'd like you just to remember that you represent everybody in the county. I mean, we're talking whatever the county population is, 70,000. But there's like 7,000 people in the southwest corner of the county that you have the fate of the quality of their life and their property values forever. And, you know, and the other side of the story is how many leaseholders, the wind company, holding a little money under your nose. I'd just like you to consider the big picture and remember you represent everybody. And one of the things that I would suggest that you do is to develop a referendum to find out how many people in the county, not just the ones in the Spectre Township, but at that DMAR center, it was real obvious that there were 477 people there. And when the guy against the wind farm spoke, the applause was widespread. I mean, it should have been obvious that there's a vast, overwhelming preference against the wind farms. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris Hennessy.
Morning, Chris Hennessy, for Michigan Lesson. It's a partnership between construction contractors and construction laborers. Just wanted to speak briefly on the topic of wind. Just wanted to discuss the Michigan laborers have our training facility here in Shiawassee County. As many of you know, it's located in Perry. The budget's just under $5 million a year. We typically train just under 5,000 workers a year come through that training facility. Many of them involve overnights. We do an enormous amount of economic activity in the county, but specifically I wanted to talk about in 2012 we developed a wind worker training program out there. To date we've trained just under 75 people through that program. Not all Shiawassee County residents. We've trained 13 from the county. Most specifically, it's a very specialized type of training. So not only is the training done right here in Shiawassee County to build these projects all over the state, every laborer that works in these projects comes through the training facility right here in Shiawassee County. The program it's a 40-hour training program, so 8 hours a day in the classroom, and then the next week is 40 hours, which involves field work, both in the facility and then out on specific projects. Along with that is laborers and our contractors perform high-angle rescue, so if there were any accidents, that's also taught and learned at the facility right here in Shiawassee County. Just a couple of facts about the training facility that I wanted to just mention before a vote is taken. I think I mentioned the budget's just under $5 million a year. We have 21 full-time staff at that facility that work to train residents. But most importantly, like I said, we've 5,000 people come through that facility a year, and what's even most important is that if this project potentially goes, we can guarantee that Shiawassee County residents will be working on it. So just wanted to give those facts to the board and just remind them of the facility that exists here in Shiawassee County and what we're doing. to train the next generation of workers, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hennessy. We will now open the Parks and Recreation Master Plan before going back to public comment. But it is after 4:10, so we will be opening Parks and Rec Master Plan. If anybody has any comment, Phil Hathaway is here.
Mr. Chairman, Phil, I read it. It's great. And of course, it has my favorite species of fish in there. It's a Sander vitreus. Otherwise, the walleye is in the river. I mean, it says Henderson is coming. But if anybody gets to watch good reading, it's pretty good reading. It's right there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I too would like to thank you, Phil, for all that you've done this summer for the Parks and Rec, and
I did it willingly.
we appreciate it.
I've known these parks since I first worked in this county in 1975, and it's been fun watching it evolve. But the river has really risen to prominence, and this plan reflects it. It does a good job with it. The Parks Commission, Chairman Howie was excellent to work with.
Thank you, sir.
They were just flat out high-performing volunteers.
Good to hear. Anybody else in public comments on the public hearing for Parks and Recreation? If nothing, we will close the public hearing on Parks and Rec. And we'll move to Matthew Shepard.
I'm here just to make a comment on the wind turbines. Myself, I went through an alternative energy management program in LCC, so I understand the need for renewable energy as a nation. We can't always rely on oil and coal, but we have to rely on what the people want, not just what this county commission or what our local, state, and federal government wants. We need to be more intent on what the people want. If we don't listen to what the people want, what happened in 1776 is a great example of what could happen. Thank you.
Thank you. We will move to Mr. Troy Gordon.
I just want to make a quick statement on the County Finance Administration Section N. I've been here the last couple of nights, you guys are probably tired of me. But I just want to commend the board for coming to an amended resolution that I think is fair. I think it's great that he's given the opportunity, Sheriff Braywood, to purchase his retirement. And I think it was a fair and right thing to do as a board for all the members and all the employees of Shiawassee County and everyone else. So thank you for the resolution and considering that. And I don't see Sheriff Braywood here, but I do wish him the best in his retirement. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. You want to go now or after?
No.
Okay. Mr. Tony Newman, next on the list.
Well, the only thing I wanted to just update you guys on Misty Creek. We had a meeting, and at the last meeting, they went into closed session when they come out. Genesee and Saginaw County voted to include the flat gates in the project. That's been the big discussion. It's about $600,000 to rebuild them, and they said that the district would be responsible for about $200,000 of that, which Shiawassee County's portion is going to be $84,000. Okay. Now Saginaw and Genesee County voted for it. Our representative did not vote for it. Now we didn't put that in as part of the settlement for the lawsuit that Albany Township filed. They just did it as a regular board agenda item. And yesterday they had a conference with the judge on the phone, and Albany Township says they're not dropping it. They even want more. They want the rest of it all on too. So the lawyers have got 30 days to get their answers back into the judge. So we're kind of at a stalemate again. And they're not just happy with getting flat gates included. They want the rest of the levees all rebuilt too. So.
Sounds like we're in for a lawsuit, trial.
Yeah, so, and you guys, the lawyer will be getting with you because he wants to meet with you to figure out some strategy.
Thanks, Tony. At this time, we will open up the public hearing on the 2017 budget. Music to my ears. Yes, ma'am.
Is that part of all these different points, is that what you're talking about? Or just-
This is the budget proposed. We've posted it for the residents of Shiawassee County to look over.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
yeah.
this would be the time for them to address the 2017 proposed budget. At 4:16, we will close the public hearing on the 2017 budget. And we'll move to Mr. Gene Roos.
Gene Roos, Newberry Township. And pertaining to what this gentleman here said from the training center, I know like in Lansing right now, the IBW local are working Saturdays on jobs that were bid for straight time because there's not enough manpower, so there's more work out there than there is people. So this windmill is going to keep them busy for 18 months or so, building. They said, Mr. Lewis said 7 to 8 permanent employees. That isn't a big boon for the county in that respect. I mean, it's great that they're training for it, but the other thing I want to talk about is that we've learned a lot in the last 6 to 8 weeks. We've been to all these meetings. I've looked at a lot of ordinances from township or county, and most of them are 20 to 35 pages long, and ours is 6. So I would just think that let's go for the year because we got a lot of stuff to cover because we're not even close to what other townships in this state are. And if we're going to add 25 pages to this, or could add 25, there's a lot to go over. It's not going to happen in a couple of months just at the planning commission meetings. So I would recommend the year moratorium so we can get time.
And Ms. Bainkow.
I would just like to say that I know while many of you knew about this windmill project for 8 years, that the public has really just recently found out within the last 3 months. And I think that in the master plan for the county, we are continuously talking in there over and over in different paragraphs that you're looking out for our health, safety, and welfare. And I don't think putting a moratorium on a year is going to hurt anyone. It will give the rest of us time to catch up, look at the ordinances, see if they are safe, if they are in our welfare, and in our good health. So I'm asking for a 1-year moratorium on that. The other thing I wanted to bring up was the resolution here to rescind about health insurance, that you still want to keep that. And I'm just wanting to know more information about why you would make that change now.
Does anybody have any problems if I address that?
Not at all.
We discussed it yesterday. It was a 4-3 vote, and we will discuss it again. There was an article in December about commissioner pay that Mr. Johnson sent me. I misspoke this week. Oakland County commissioners make $61,000. 33rd in the state of Michigan make about $8,000. So we're at $6,000. So I'll send that along. But it was a change yesterday in the budget discussion.
I'm just wondering if other counties do offer that. I guess it's just my curiosity.
Some do, some don't. As I stated, Kent County, Oakland County do. It is one of the
A little
perks.
bit more rich county than us.
Correct, absolutely. As I stated, though, there are the counties in the UP with fewer than 2,000 residents that the commissioners make $18,000 a year. Less than 2,000 residents, guys. We should move. Joking aside, but that will be addressed later, so thank you for that. We'll move along if nothing further from the public. We will move to communications. Everyone should have received a, I apologize. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just say who you are, where you're from, and then fill that out and just pass it in.
My name is Scott Hawken, Director of Development for Apex Clean Energy, the Maple Rapids Wind Project. Thank you for the opportunity to talk today. Apex feels that this wind project proposed in the county is a good project. $200 million worth of investment, potential tax base of $12 million over the 20 years. The work that has been done in the community on this project is predicated on the ordinance that Shiawassee County has. That's been around since 2008, 2009. We have been in the process of engaging the community with township meetings, the December 7th meeting with the Economic Development Partnership. We'll continue to engage the community and answer questions with scientific and peer-reviewed information be happy to answer questions. We've reached out to folks as much as we can, and we'll continue to do that. We hope to resolve any concerns or questions folks have. I would suggest that a moratorium is not the best path forward for Shiawassee County and signals for economic development and projects in your county. I would say that if the board feels that a moratorium is necessary, I would encourage a limited amount of time, something like 60 to 90 days to answer your questions and resolve the issues. A one-year moratorium is just too lengthy for projects and signals to the economic development out there for your county. Thank you.
If nothing further, we'll move to communications. Everyone should have a memo from Pete Preston. This memo essentially states that last night, the Planning Commission voted and approved a one-year moratorium. As you know, in our consent agenda, we were going to recommend that they adopt a moratorium on wind energy conversion systems for a limited period of time, as was recommended to us by our corporate counsel. As you see, there was one member absent, 4 ayes and 2 nays. At this time, I think we should discuss or determine whether we want to add this to the agenda. It would take a 2/3 roll call vote.
I'll make a motion to add it to the agenda.
To add it.
Second.
All right. Any discussion on this?
If I may, yeah.
Sure.
You didn't mention, but it is, in the motion that they had last night, it was for a one-year moratorium.
I did mention that actually.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And it was approved by majority vote.
4-2, as I stated. Those voting aye are Steve Andrews, Walt Saxton, John Horvath, and Bonnie Reno. Nays were Robert Ebmeyer and Bonnie Ott, and absent was William Thalen. Whereas necessary sections of the Shiawassee County zoning ordinance, particularly those provisions regulating height, setback, shadow flicker, noise impact, and decommissioning costs of WECS, and recommend any revisions necessary for the protection of the public health, safety, and welfare. The Planning Commission received comments from those in attendance, and after thorough discussion, the below was made as stated. We have a motion and a second. Will we add this to the agenda? And we would add it under committee of the whole. It would be item D, if it were to be added. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
No. It will be item D under committee of the whole. Any further discussion before we move to committee reports? If nothing further, we'll move to CACS, Commissioner Holzhausen.
Yeah, things are moving along okay over there. I didn't make it to last meeting. I had another appointment, but things are moving along good. And I think I won't be on that board next year, so I have somebody new over there. Thanks.
They're gonna miss you eating all their cookies.
Yeah, we do have lunch, so.
Commissioner Horvath, Central Dispatch Board, Community Corrections Advisory Board, and GLS, if you will.
The 911 board was intended to meet this month. I think they're still gathering some information. They may still meet, but that meeting did not take place. They did not have a meeting there. The GLS 5, that board did not meet this month. And actually, they did meet in November, so that's probably what I should report on. For the most part, a lot of this are details of the end of the year and just winding things up. I-69 corridor, very, very similar thing. They were very lucky to have a quorum. We had some weather issues. Very lucky to have a quorum. They had to wait for about 45 minutes and stuff. It really is certainly a privilege that we have people from Shiawassee County on that board. For the most part, our participation in that is
Plowman?
At that meeting, I represent City of Perry on the I-69 corridor. They approved Crest Pontoons tax rate. And that's, they make pontoon boats, of course. And that they're moving right along. Crest Pontoon is really good.
Thank you. Mental Health Authority Board, Commissioner Horvath and Holzhausen.
We have a meeting Monday, and we have finance, and I'm on that committee, and things are, I think they had a problem with the state not paying up some of their programs, and I think they've kind of hoped they got that resolution solved now, because they were losing debt about $400,000 on some of the programs over there in mental health. I think they're going to straighten that out.
Midwest Trail, Commissioner Schneider.
This month I did not make the meeting. I had heart surgery earlier in the month, and my wife and my doctor said no to go, so I didn't.
MTA, Commissioner Plowman.
Michigan Township Association met this month, also in November, they had their dinner. We talked about some wind turbine stuff, and we talked about 911 and all the activities there. Talked about the budget, what's been anticipated for 17, probably 16 and 15. So on and so forth, had a decent turnout. That was kind of, I can't think of anything else, I know a lot of us were there. Road Commission was there, talked a little about roads, and so on and so forth. What they're going to do next year for roads, much as normal stuff.
Thank you. Parks and Rec, Commissioner Bartz.
Parks are pretty much closed down for the year. Glad that we got the master Parks and Recreation Master Plan taken care of. I want to thank this board this year for the appointments and the help that they gave our committee. We have a very active committee in Parks and Rec now, and it was quite stagnant a couple years ago. Of course, there wasn't any money being put into that, and now the county is putting a little bit of money back into parks, and we're getting a lot done. Chi-Town is all done now. If anybody gets out that way to look at Chi-Town Park, there's new canoe ramps, there's just all sorts of stuff that's been done, and we're going to try to pick a project every year using waste management funds, which they've been giving us for years. It used to just go into the general fund, and this board voted on, and we took that money out, and Waste Management was very happy about that. They want it used to be used for things like Parks and Rec, and so appreciate everything that's been done. Look forward to next year. Emergency Management has had a couple calls. We had a truck tip over on 69, spilled some diesel fuel. It's been pretty quiet over there in Emergency Management in the last month or so. Buildings and Grounds, our new snow blower tractor came in today, so we're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches of snow possibly tomorrow. Haven't had a decent piece of equipment to clear snow on the sidewalks and stuff, or the parking lots in years, and we have managed to get a new pickup this year with an older plow on it, but we have a new pickup, and we now have a tractor with a snow blower on it. So there used to be 8 employees in Buildings and Grounds, and now there's 3. And when you get a heavy snow, that's a lot. There's a lot of sidewalks around here that have to be shoveled. So no more bag breaking shoveling. I'll be done with the snow blower. I don't think that tractor's quite ready to go yet. We just got it, but hopefully we get a bunch of snow, we'll be using it. So everything's cleared out by Monday.
Thank you. Public Health, Commissioner Schneider and Holzhausen.
Did you make it, Gary?
No. Everybody hates you, Larry. They don't want to come to your meeting.
Yeah, the word is out.
Yeah, I didn't make the meeting. I had another commitment.
Yeah, well, he was in the
I think
hospital
both
here
of them
last
will,
week.
Anything good,
That
Larry?
was before that.
Things are going smooth.
That's his word and he's sticking to it.
93.
He also teased and said that, they actually had cookies and donuts for once a year, as is when we didn't show up.
Gary would have known that. He would have been there.
Yeah, me too.
Solid Waste.
We did not meet, but again, the Solid Waste Committee was very instrumental, and money's being distributed for waste management monies that come in every year, and part of our master plan for parks was paid with that, and we look to the future, and of course, again, I'd like to indicate that a lot of those monies will be coming in, will be going for parks and planning and those types of issues, so it's been a good year in those areas.
Real quick, once again, there is an app too, a free app that anybody can get on your smartphone. That Larry was instrumental, and Larry is on the Parks and Rec Commission too. But he was quite instrumental, but there's a free app that you put on your iPhone that tells all about the parks, anything to do with health, trails, golf, walking, things like that. It's a free app, and it's out there, and it's very, very nice.
And we're all used with waste management dollars, no taxpayers' dollars went to that. Council on Aging and BAAA, Commissioner Holzhausen.
Yeah, the Council on Aging, I was there at the meeting yesterday, everything's moving along good. They got enough money because the millage passed, and they're giving out the Meals on the Wheels and everything. And also, tomorrow is our meeting in Flint, the AAA. That's where they have all the money goes from Lapeer to Genesee and Shiawassee County. And we're having a little luncheon at the golf course over there, so.
Thank you.
Should be there. Yeah.
We'll move to the Committee of the Whole. Commissioner Bartz.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Roll call. My bad. There's no discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Schneider?
No.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'd like to make a motion to reappoint Gene Paz, representing the general public, to the Solid Waste Management Committee for a 2-year term from January 1st, 2017 through December 31st, 2018, or until a successor is appointed.
Support.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same? Move to,
I'm gonna move to D,
no.
skip over C, and is this,
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, what I need, or?
I would take, word the motion as a recommendation from the Planning Commission and kind of go through what the memo was and the
I don't,
the
they
time
haven't read
frame.
it, so I'm gonna, we didn't read this yet, though, did we?
I read the majority of it.
So item D is on wind energy, and I would like to make a motion that we take the recommendation from the Shiawassee County Planning Commission and do a 1-year moratorium on wind energy, so that everything to do with the regulation of height, setback, shadow flicker, noise impactments, decommissioning cost, and et cetera, are thoroughly investigated by our planning commission, our board of commissioners, and the people that are in this county.
I'll second that.
Discussion.
Effective date. Starting when? I suggest as soon as possible.
It's your motion. We will discuss it.
Today is December 17th.
Yep.
I would say as of December 17th, 2016.
Anyone feel that 1 year is too restrictive to business before they even apply for a special use permit? There's no question, research needs to be done. I mentioned yesterday, if we had a county administrator, they'd be working around the clock, getting both sides of the argument. Does anybody feel it? Go ahead, John. Either John.
Well, John the younger.
Okay, I just wanted to point out one thing in the resolution, that, and that is regarding the term of ordinance, which if that's stated to be, you know, one year from the date or whatever, it's still within 2017, following the effective date of this ordinance or until amendments to section 4.3.76 of the Shiawassee County zoning ordinance becomes effective, whichever occurs first. You know, I hope that our work can move along. I hope everybody can cooperate in proceeding to make this move along. Because, you know, I do think that the time is valuable. And any unnecessary delays would be a sad thing for everybody. If in fact that, you know, the wind turbines are to be erected. So, you know, that's why I'm supporting this.
Commissioner Plowman.
I've heard a lot of discussion from those who are not in favor of turbines. Is there anybody here today that's in favor of turbines, besides the turbine people, of course? You know, maybe I'd like to have some of them speak at this time about it, because we do have it on the agenda.
If anybody would like to speak, do you want to? Yeah, we'll fill it out for after if you want.
All right, Scott Miller, Fairfield Township, leased on with the program since 2010. One of the problems I have with what's proceeding right here is, and the lady behind me spoke to it earlier, that the Planning Commission has known about this since probably 2008. This was coming down the pipe. Why do you need a whole nother year on top of the 6 that you already had to prepare for this? I don't understand why all of a sudden now we got to add another year to it. We've had 6 years to get it right. All right, to do the due diligence, to figure out all the complaints and all the concerns that everybody, most of the people in this room have. We've had 6 years to look into that. And I don't see why we have to have another year. 2 months, 3 months to get your eggs in the basket, you know, whatever. But I have a real problem with that. You know, on the other hand, it's a big emotional thing. I mean, it's putting neighbors against neighbors. I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't want to do that. But as a farmer, I'm faced with the 2nd year of raising a crop that's worth less than what it cost me to put it in the ground. Okay, farm, but they're going to put a stability to my bottom line. It's going to help me bring my son back, 5th generation, into the farm. It's going to make it you know, financially possible for him to do that. We're taking a lot of heat as landowners in this project. A lot of name calling. We're real people. My kids live in Fairfield Township. My grandkids live in Fairfield Township. I would not put one of these things up if I truly believed that there was a health concern to them. Back in 2010, when this thing started coming around, I traveled to the Thumb, Huron County. I've actually spent a couple days up there. I've been in and out. I know a lot of the landowners that are in the project. I know a lot of people that aren't in the project. I've spoke with county officials, township officials, and since done it in Gratiot County as well. And there's pros and cons of both of them. Okay, you got the ones that hate them, you got the ones that like them, and you got the ones in the middle that really don't give a crap. Okay, it just a lot of the concerns I think are trumped up. I really do. Okay, when I hear about it's going to harm animals. Huge dairy operation going in Gratiot County, 10,000 head, one of the biggest one in the states, under construction after the turbines went in. Do you think that gentleman, that group of people would spend that millions of dollars to put in a dairy operation after the turbines went in if they believed there was a health issue? I'm pretty sure they've done their due diligence on that and decided that there's not, and they're going to put them in. This particular farmer owns land all over mid-Michigan. He could have put this in a lot of different places. He's putting it up there right underneath the wind turbines, okay? I understand people that don't want to look at them. That's an opinion. Everybody's got one, and I respect it, okay? I think they're cool, you know? I like to go to Vegas just to look at the skyscraper, so, you know, that's me. But there's two sides of it. The anti-people are a lot more vocal than people on my side. I understand it. But the other side is real people too. We have real concerns. We have real values. I've lived in Fairfield Township for 33 years. Bought my first house and farm when I was 19 years old. I've raised my family in that same spot ever since. So I'm staying in this county. I ain't leaving. I ain't putting up a turbine and busting out. Ain't gonna happen. I'm here for the rest of my life. I love the community I live in, and I love the people, and I want to continue doing that. Okay, so anyways, real people on the other side as well.
Thank you. I think it's something to consider that they haven't even applied. I'd hate to put a moratorium showing, again, businesses that before you even apply here, we're going to shut it down. He does have a point. Part of the issue was turnover in commissioners every 2 years, that the same people weren't looking at this issue. Secondly, 3 companies in 8 years have been on this project. So one company gets so far, sells it off, that's an issue. The special use permit application process will take 6 months to a year. So the planning commission has all that time to do the research. The new commissioners have all that time to do the research and fix the ordinance throughout the year. If anything, I wouldn't set a moratorium. I would like to see 90 days starting January 1. That's me personally. I've tried to provide information from State Representative Dave Maturin out of Vicksburg, Michigan. He is a tax appraiser. He has done studies. He has litigated in court on the property tax value claims. I've passed out his cell phone. They are in session still for another week probably. So I'd encourage everyone to give him a call. That's all I really have to add on it. You can go ahead.
I don't really feel that the time that we put on this, if we vote a year, that's fine. The next set of board of commissioners, which I'll be one of, we can lengthen that and we can shorten that. So the time, I think we need to do something. It can be adjusted, given if the work gets done and the planning commission comes to us and says, we're ready to go, we can lift it. Contrary to popular opinion, I've been on this board for 4 years now. I didn't know anything about this until 3 months ago. I mean, there's been different things that have come across. We've changed the height. There's been different things, but I don't think most of us on this board were aware of what was going on. I can't speak for the planning commission and other people in this county, but I personally knew nothing of it. So I think we do need some time for everybody to regroup and figure out where we're headed. And I do believe that it can be lifted, it can be extended or shortened. So I just think we need to move forward with this or something, and everybody needs to do their due diligence, and we need to work on this and do what's right for the community. Thank you.
If I may?
Sure.
Okay. Like Commissioner Bartz, Mr. Horvath and I have been on the same amount of time, 4 years. This subject has never come up in 4 years. Prior to that, everything was controlled by our county administrator for a lot of information, and she made a lot of decisions. But it was never discussed that it even existed or was on a wall somewhere so that might happen. So until less than 3 months ago is when we first heard about it. And like Mr. Bart said, I agree that if it takes less than a year, fine, to come up with all the information. But if it takes, on the flip side, if it takes more than a year, that's fine too. That'll be a decision made by the planning board next year and the new commissioners. I think we need to do this as soon as possible as a safeguard to make sure that our people are protected until we get the information. It's real simple. Thank you.
Commissioner Plowman, sorry.
Yeah, there's two Johns.
Yeah.
I've given a lot of thought, and we have an excellent planning commission. All the members have been in position there for quite some time. I think a year's too long. Is 6 months too short? I don't know. But I'm more comfortable with less than a year. The process, even if it took 6 months to have some changes or whatever would take place, it's still going to take quite some time to get everything up and going or not going. I just think that I think a better solution would be 6 to 9 months instead of a year. Of course, you're not going to build anything in the wintertime anyway, so, but I just think that a year is an awful long time for all the fact finding. I think, pro or con, I think that can be done in 6 months.
I could get on board with 6 months. Commissioner Root, Commissioner Olshausen?
I'm open to keeping it flexible, but I still want to keep a year in the language. I would keep a year with the possibility if the planning commission, I mean, the goal I think would be for us as board of commissioners, maybe even some of the township boards, to kind of get involved and give kind of their concerns to us all. And we all have that opportunity, you know. I'm sure each township has their, you know, a voice too that probably wants to come to the table and give an opinion on it. So I think maybe a year with the possibility of being able to, if we come to a conclusion in 4 months, if we come to a conclusion in 90 days, who knows? I doubt that'll happen, but I mean, if we come to a conclusion before a year, I think we could certainly bring it back to the table. And
Commissioner Olshausen, thoughts?
I kind of agree with Mr. Rutt, and you guys are all up there, they're in, all four of you guys are gone, so you guys are just talking through your head, as far as I'm concerned.
A little louder, I want to hear that again.
Yeah. Well, you guys are just talking in the wind, because you guys are gone, this is your last meeting, and I think we just, like Russ says, we can always change it. The new board can change it, so we'll just let it go with that, and it always can be changed, so.
Gone in the wind, I like that phrase.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to say that I think 1 year is excessive. I want to go on the record of that. And it sets a scary precedent for businesses that want to come to Shiawassee County. Madam Clerk?
Real quick.
Yep.
I got an email, I forget who the person was, talking about this subject, and there was another county that just passed a moratorium, as is for 5 years, and it was a county in the state. So it's going as to a long time, as to not so long. As we don't know what it's going to take to find all the information. All depends on the company being forthright and giving us actual numbers. That meeting we had up at, was it DeMar or whatever the name of that joint is on 52? The gentleman that spoke on behalf of Apex, he was pitiful. I mean, he wasn't answering any questions straight. He was showing the brochures and all this nice things about, ooh, they're pretty, they turn. Big deal, tell us the facts, and he never did. And there was a lot of questions posed to him, and it was all lip service.
Sir?
My name is David Williams. I'm also a resident of Fairfield Township, and I support the wind project. My concern about extending it for an entire year is that's what it'll take. And it won't move the project along. I mean, you know, if you give somebody I'm the same way. You give me 3 weeks to do something, I'll do it on the last day of the third week. I think that's just human nature. But I think a 3-month moratorium for some additional study would be satisfactory. I prepared a statement which I'd like to read. I heard about this project over 6 years ago. I attended a meeting here in this very room. I assume it was a commissioner meeting. I don't know, it was so long ago, I don't remember. So it's not like it was a great big secret. I found out about the project from an article in the paper. We had public meetings where the project was discussed and questions were answered. That's when it was the first company that owned it. Several residents in our community met and we discussed the project. We hired an attorney to protect our interests and look into the project. A majority of the group decided to lease their land to the project. Those meetings were always open to anyone wishing to attend. I attended meetings in Corunna, which I mentioned earlier, where the project was discussed. It wasn't a big secret. You guys just weren't on board then. I visited wind turbine sites in other areas. I didn't hear any objectionable noise from the generators. In fact, I was surprised at how quiet they were. My dad and I spoke with residents in areas where the turbines were located and found that landowners who had turbines were quite satisfied and happy with them. The landowners who didn't have them were dissatisfied. I just think that's kind of human nature. I chose to lease my land for wind energy because I know it's the right thing to do. I'm sure everyone remembers high gasoline and oil prices from years past. When gas was $4 per gallon, our nation decided to become energy independent from foreign oil. Our country continues to consume more electricity. Our options to generate this electricity are narrowing. Coal generating facilities are on the decline because of air pollution. Nuclear facilities generate waste that we don't have good methods to dispose of. And natural gas facilities, which may be the most desirable of the three, still consume natural resources and probably contribute to pollution. Wind energy is abundant, it's sustainable, and it's renewable. Wind energy is something that will help our future energy needs and provide a strong foundation for our descendants.
Thank you. Commissioner Root.
Yeah, I just have a quick comment. Just what you were saying about setting the dangerous precedent for business in the community.
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I think we should all be able to agree that wind energy is something we've never come in contact with. So, I mean, to say that this is going to affect, this isn't a retail business setting up shop. This isn't a factory coming in, I don't think it'll set that type of precedent. It's completely different. It's something we haven't dealt with.
True. My fear is, we can't pass the sheriff's millage. We can't pass the school bond in Owasso. We're told to find other ways to generate revenue. We find another way. We're told it's not the right way.
Well, no one's saying it's not the right way.
Are we going to bring a manufacturing plant here? I mean, before they apply, like, well, where are you going to be? What kind of smells is it going to? Let's put a moratorium on this before they even apply. That's my fear.
I don't think we'll.
Well, the beauty is, I got a funny feeling you guys are going to be enjoying some wind turbine information and inundating each other and for the next 6 months to a year. And I wish you guys the best. So if nothing further,
Might I offer a compromise of 9 months?
I mean, at this point, does it matter? Does that?
It doesn't, because we can change it at any time, and we can extend it, and we can cut it short.
There you go. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Yes, I'd like to get one clarification. The effective date you're using is December 17th?
Today at 5 p.m.
Today's the 15th.
15, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now what you doing?
Just making it effective today.
Okay. Could we insert a clause there that if we go with the year moratorium in this fall, that we would encourage, we should put in this motion, we are encouraging the planning commission to have an answer by 6 months. And if they go set, I mean, what I'm saying is, I understand what he's saying about, you give them a year and it could take a year. All I'm saying is that we're encouraging 6 months, but the moratorium's a year.
Understood. Vote, please. Madam Clerk, roll call. There will be a chance if you want to address this at the end.
Commissioner Root?
We could talk about this all night.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Let me get this straight, this is for a one-year moratorium. Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
I mean, it doesn't matter, really, does it? No. We'll move to item C, Commissioner.
I would like to
Brooks.
make a motion to approve the minutes of the December 14th, 2016 Committee of the Whole meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? Discrepancies found? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Economic and Physical Development, Commissioner Horvath.
My motion is to approve the minutes of the December 12th, 2016 Economic and Physical Development Committee.
Second.
Any discussion? Discrepancies found? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same.
That's my report.
County Finance and Administration, Commissioner Plowman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to approve the 2017 budget and resolution number 16-12-1.
Second.
Any discussion? Well, I will add that our core priority of fiscal responsibility remains unwavering and unchanged. We have made many great strides shattering the habits of the past and using the adversity to seek greater opportunities. The foundation for future success has been laid. My expectations on fiscal prudence have been exceeded. The primary purpose of this budget is economic and policy factors that influence development of Shiawassee County. As I mentioned earlier this week, health insurance rates have increased 7.5%. Pension costs increased 10%. We have paid down our long-term debts by over $850,000 in 2 years. When we got in the office, there was $23,000 in the rainy day fund. At the end of next year with this budget, there will be over $400,000 for future environmental changes, vitality, and state and federal funding. We are adding 2 deputies, sheriff's deputy. When we got here, there were 0 on the road. There will be 12 with this budget. We are adding a prosecuting attorney. This budget is strong on public safety and law enforcement. We experienced a budget surplus last year, $1.1 million cut from our budget, including an additional 1.1 in the sheriff's office. So we will discuss further in this budget the health insurance benefits, as that came up yesterday. And so I thank Patty for your work on this. Thank John for your work on this, the elected officials, the department heads. We held meetings all through the summer to get this done, and I appreciate it. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
No.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to authorize the tentative agreement between the County of Shiawassee and the Shiawassee County Sheriff and the Police Officers Labor Council, POLC, Corrections Unit for the period of January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2018, authorizing the board chair to execute the necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to authorize the agreement between the County of Shiawassee, the Shiawassee County Sheriff, and the Teamsters State County Municipal Workers Local 214 Command Unit for the period from January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2017, under the terms of the compulsory arbitration order issued October 21st, 2016, and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to authorize an amendment to the 2017 proposed general fund budget to add a new position, Maintenance Worker 1, full-time, be paid at a rise scale 3 with a range from $24,774 to $30,309, and direct that job description for the position to be drafted for the Board of Commissioners' approval.
Second. Any discussion? Madam Clerk? Roll
Commissioner
call.
Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to authorize the Shiawassee County to offer employees the option to purchase additional service credit from Municipal Employees Retirement System, MERS, under the existing bargaining unit blanket resolution without individual case board approval, and to require all other employees to obtain and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, if I may.
Sure.
I brought this up the other night, and I'm just doing it again, because I still don't agree with it. A few months ago, this came to our attention, is that there was a problem with the MERS program on how it was brought up at our one of our commissioners' meetings, and then it went to by our still present county clerk. And then when it got forwarded to the MERS company, it did not reflect what was in the minutes. And I was appointed by this board to investigate it. I did. And after I investigated it, I was not allowed to report what my findings were. And the findings was that the minutes did not reflect what was in the contract for almost 2 years under the MERS program, without the employees of the county being made aware of changes. And now all of a sudden, they're offering additional insurance coming out of the employees' own pockets now. And I'm going, I don't understand why it was cut and by the clerk and not the board, and then ignored until today. I think there's a problem there, and it should be really investigated and corrected.
For the members in the audience, this is two separate issues here. And on July 26th, the response from Marnie J. Carlson, Regional Manager, Municipal Employees Retirement System of Michigan, or MERS, attached the adopted agreement paperwork MERS received and processed at the end of 2014, effective January of 2015. Don spoke with Les, and his main question was in regards to Section 4, Number 8, under compensation in the box marked base wages only, page 3. This is not unusual and was subject that I spoke with Council, Lori, and Marcy about several times. I believe that plan was to bridge the multiplier and to go to the base wages. And that was what was explained at the employees' education meetings. There were several questions in regards to how all of the changes would work. I was not in attendance at the meeting where this was adopted, but is in line with what was discussed previously. I do note that Lori signed it and Marcy signed it, witnessed the signature, and that is what MERS has processed. MERS doesn't have a contract, as this is a non-union group. This is in line with what has been adopted for other divisions, so it doesn't seem out of place. There are emails from Lori and Marcy about other divisions clarifying that base wages was one of the things council was changing on a going forward basis. Hope this is helpful and clarifies any misunderstanding. That's one issue. The second is, this allows our employees to buy online. Right now, they have to do it on paper and mail it in. This is an online system, and it's under the existing bargaining unit blanket resolution. And the only thing this would do by not passing would add a layer of bureaucracy, because then every single person that wanted to buy some time would have to come before this board rather than just do it online themselves. And as this board meets 4 days a week for 1 week a month, they would have to wait a month at a time to buy time. So. Two separate issues. I hope I clarified that a little bit. Julie or Patty, do you want to speak to this? It's a new thing MERS is doing,
Yes.
effective January 2017.
It's a change in their procedures and nothing else.
Thank you. We could have spent probably less minutes on that, but we'll move to, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Thank you.
Move to authorize the 35th Circuit Court to contract with the Michigan Drug Court Grant Program for the period of October 1st, 2016 to September 30th, 2017 in the amount of $20,000 and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Support. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to authorize the 35th Circuit Court to contract with the Office of Highway Safety Planning Grant Program for the period of October 1st, 2016 to September 30th, 2017 in the amount of $45,000 and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to authorize the 35th Circuit Court to contract with the Swift Insure Sanctions Probation Program for the period of October 1st, 2016 to September 30th, 2017 in the amount of $21,000 and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to authorize the Sheriff's Office Command Unit's request for Board of Commissioners approval of the 2016 budget surplus payment.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to authorize payment of the January 1st, 2017 invoices for liability insurance and retention fund. Contribution from the Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority, MMRMA, in the amount of $77,738.50 and $15,000 respectively.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
Move to authorize renewal of a contract with Broadspire as third-party administrator for workers' compensation claims service for a 2-year term from December 20th, 2016 through December 19th, 2018. The annual rates of $21,500 and $22,500 and the bundled excess insurance coverage through Midwest Employers Casualty at the 2-year option 3 at the annual rate of $47,377 for the period of December 20th, 2016 through December 20th, 2018 and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to authorize budget amendment 16.17.1, 16.17.2, and 16.17.3 to represent year-end housekeeping for the general ledger budgeted funds.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
I move to approve the performance of a wage classification study to update the information from the study performed in 1997 by contracting with Municipal Consultants, Inc. at a cost of $51,750 or less, with $31,750 to be paid by the county and $20,000 to be paid by the county health department, and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Second.
Any discussion on this? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
No.
I move to approve the adoption of resolution number 16-12-15.02 and authorize the purchase of 1 month's additional service credit in the amount of $3,549 to be purchased by Sheriff George R. Braidwood II from MERS, and authorize the board chair to execute all necessary documents.
Support.
Any discussion? I appreciate everyone's collaboration on coming together on this. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
Oh, by the way, out here, guys, I have 3 more pages. I move to approve the 2017 county holiday.
Support.
Any discussion? Do we need a roll call vote on this, ma'am? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same?
I move to approve resolution number 16-12-15.01, adoption of the Shiawassee County Personnel Policy Manual for implementation February 1st, 2017.
Second.
Any discussion?
One thing, the last time this was done, it was 1986. Been a while.
Yeah, looks good. Same thing from yesterday. Thank everybody that was involved that put the time in. Looks good.
You're welcome. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to approve the replacement of the 1987 4-ton HVAC unit at the jail to be purchased from and installed by Lennox Electric for an amount not to exceed $6,350, and authorize the board chair to sign all necessary documents.
Support.
Any discussion?
What year was that again?
1987. Were you born yet?
I was 1.
Okay. All those in favor, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to approve budget amendment 16.17.4 to transfer funding from the general fund to the capital improvement fund in the amount of $76,900 for year-end needs.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider,
Yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz,
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman,
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath,
Yes.
Commissioner Aui,
Yes.
I move to approve rescinding resolution number 15-04-07 passed in 2015, which eliminates health insurance for commissioners. The Board of Commissioners compensation package for the 2017-2018 term will remain as the same as the current package, and they will be eligible to receive health insurance.
Support.
Any discussion?
Yes. If I may?
Sure.
First year that, 2 years ago is when a new gentleman came onto the commissioners' board. A big story then was eliminating part of our benefits in the health insurance. For the last 2 years, we've been listening to them pat themselves on the back for doing away with it. Now all of a sudden they want to give it back, as is, and I disagree, is that I don't think that, we should have health insurance paid by the county, many of their other benefits. Well, there's roughly $6,000 in base pay for a commissioner and $14,000 in full benefits. I don't think that's correct.
So I agree, it took 2 months to get this passed last year. Carried the load on that. Not everybody wants it back. One person changed their vote, it was 4-3. Looking through the Times Herald, the St. Clair County Board Chairman has a salary of $20,101.
Is this Shiawassee or?
No, I'm just reading an article, but thank you, please keep your comments to yourself. And the base commissioner pay in St. Clair County is $15,619. Sanilac is $9,000. Commissioner's pay is $8,000. Wayne County's commissioners represent a population of more than 1.77 million is $61,000. Montmorency County is $840 base pay. They have a population of 9,300 people. Keweenaw is the one I was talking about. 19,000 base pay for commissioners, has less than 2,000 people. Port Huron City Council makes $50 a meeting, $60 for mayor. Just some numbers I thought I'd throw out there, interesting stuff. I don't think, I'll say it again, we are part-time. We show up 4 days a month. We have employees that are here 40 hours every 2 weeks, or every week. Some work overtime, more than that. I don't think we deserve the same benefit that they receive. I don't have any problem with you guys discussing increasing your base salary next year. It's not something that I would want this board to do, but those are just my thoughts. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Schneider?
No.
Commissioner Root?
To rescind it. That's right? We're rescinding the resolution?
This would rescind the resolution.
So no.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
No.
I move to approve the minutes of the December 12th, 2016 Finance and Administration Committee meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? Discrepancies found? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't want to hear you again this year, Commissioner Bowman. Public Safety and Courts, Commissioner Horvath.
Thank you. Motion to reappoint Nick Chiros, representing police chiefs, to the Community Corrections Advisory Board for a 2-year term from January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2018, or until a successor is appointed.
Support. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same.
Motion to authorize Shiawassee County Central Dispatch to fill 2 vacancies for 911 dispatchers at the Teamsters Local 214 contract rate of $37,294 each.
Second.
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Root?
Yes.
Commissioner Bartz?
Yes.
Commissioner Plowman?
Yes.
Commissioner Horvath?
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Schneider?
Yes.
Commissioner Aui?
Yes.
Motion to approve the minutes of the December 13, 2016 Public Safety and Courts Committee meeting.
Any discussion? Discrepancies found? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I approve that report.
Thank you, John. Number 2 or 1. Health and Human Services, Commissioner Root.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to approve the minutes of the December 13, 2016 Health and Human Services Committee meeting.
Support. Any discussion? Discrepancies?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
As I mentioned earlier in the meeting, is that there was a problem with the minutes dealing with the VA committee. And I'd like to make sure that those things are corrected and that Mr. Sherwood was never properly, shall we say, as is recommended for that position. And I realize that I'm in a minority here on this board, but I'm hoping that the next commissioners coming on will address this and take corrective action.
Got some good news for you there. The Senate passed 4970 last night, 37-0, so it's enrolled in the House. They have to wait to vote on it probably Tuesday, or they could do it tonight depending on what time it passed and how late they stay. Bumping up county VA committees from 5 members to 7, so you could have Joe Schneider and Les Schneider. I mean, just something to consider, guys.
No.
And I know you're joking, but it was in poor taste. I have no intention of being on that.
Okay.
As I never have.
Okay. Madam Clerk, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Bottom line is,
my report.
the bottom line
Thank
is
you.
next year the commissioners
Right.
will be able to add.
Right.
We did reappoint, just so everybody knows, we did reappoint somebody that's been on the board for several years, is doing a very good job. There's about 4 people that would like to be on the board. This is gonna expand the board so we can add 2 more members, so a couple of these people.
Thanks, Jeff. Moving to the chairperson. It's been fun, guys. Appreciate your time and your effort. One thing I hope you guys will address next year is the 911. Look at the going to an authority. If you recall, many years ago, Shiawassee County Mental Health was a part of the county. They are now an authority. They have a budget similar size of ours, $16 million. Something that it would bring in direct savings of $73,000 per year if you did that. That's all I have. We'll move to the swearing in of the 2017 Board of Commissioners.
5-minute break or anything?
Yeah, we can. I believe that Judge Clarkson was out there. He might have gone home after Plowman took up all our time.
I tried just to talk as quick as I could.
Well, I think we're waiting for somebody to show up.
I saw everybody out there, I believe. Just waiting their chance.
We ready for this? I am past ready. Bring him in.
Okay. Where are the other commissioner-elects? Mr. Gasparelli here?
I don't see Commissioner Ruff, Commissioner-elect Ruff, is he here? Or Commissioner-elect Marks? If not, we'll do it with the members present.
We will. All right. Again, I'm Ward Clarkson. It's my pleasure to swear in the new commissioners and the commissioners that are continuing. The oath itself is very short, but the seriousness of it is not. It is important. And if each of you who are to be sworn in will stand, please. If you'll raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jeff Mars,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of this state.
and the Constitution of this state.
That I will faithfully discharge.
I will faithfully discharge
The duties.
the duties
Of the office of County Commissioner.
of the office of County Commissioner
In and for the County of Shiawassee.
and for the County of Shiawassee
And the State of Michigan.
and the State of Michigan
According to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Now that you guys are pledges, I hereby name you Pinto, Stork, Flounder, and Pluto. It's been fun. Thank you for your time, everybody. It's been a wonderful 2 years. This meeting is adjourned. Oh, I'm sorry, Jamie Betts.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's all right, that's all right.
I got a little excited.
I thank you for putting a moratorium in place for a year. I work in the healthcare field for the last 33 years, For the last 5 years, I've been responsible for medical research, and it takes a long time to get good, reputable, peer-reviewed, evidence-based research. And I've heard some comments about the medical research, but they're old. We need to stay current, and the medical research is ongoing. If you look at a recent publication from the World Health Organization, infrasound, the low frequency, is more serious than what originally thought. So I urge you, as you seek medical expertise with evaluating the health concerns, that you look at reputable, evidence-based, peer-review research from medical experts.
I will piggyback that. According to this state representative, there is not enough peer-reviewed evidence of property values going down because not enough houses have been sold in the short time that wind turbines have been around. Again, MIT has a great website. UMass Amherst is probably the leader as far as education. They've had a program for 40 years. That's an interesting website as well. Encourage you guys to take a look. That said,
We visited, my husband and I visited Huron County 6 years ago when our neighbor signed a contract and we heard that it might be coming in. We visited 6 families. We visited a gentleman who was so distraught that he couldn't sleep at night, that he rented an apartment away from the noise because he was unable to sell his home. You're going to hear pros and cons of both. It has torn our neighborhood apart also. I have been called awful, awful, awful names. This is the first time in 32 years we are not having Crunk Road Christmas with our whole road. It is affecting both sides. If we can't make ends meet, we don't put in something that is of great concern to harm our neighbors. We get a second job or a third job to make our ends meet. Now I'm done. Thank you.
May I gavel?
Commissioner Howard,
You can gavel.
may I speak again real quick?
Why not?
I'll make it brief.
Why not?
And this is different than the topic you heard me speak about
Okay.
before, when you guys discussed the commissioner's benefits and
Yes.
compensation. In all fairness, just like I spoke about the retirement benefits, I would encourage the commissioners to go to looking into comparables. And if you're not being compensated properly, then I think that the commissioners need to be compensated as such.
And one of those, the wage study that we will be doing, that we passed today, that I voted no on, just to give Larry a little gruff before I left.
I'm sure that you guys put in more than 3 meetings a week, a lot of time.
Oh, sure, but some of it is for reelection, some of it is for, some of it's personal gain, some of it is county.
I do
They
believe
are-
fair compensation
There is per
is
diem,
important.
there is mileage as well. but-
Thank you.
Noted. I'm gonna try again.
Evidence based on 600 foot has never been done.